Hi everyone, I'm Ben. I'm the developer behind Kingdom of Hope, and I'm so thrilled today to give you a little introduction, first reveal of the game, which is coming soon, and you can wishlist it on Steam already. We've also got merch, as you can see, available from our store via our website. So, you know, if you like to support the development of the game, please do check that out. So yeah, today hopefully it's a series. It's the first video in a series of videos where I can give you a little introduction to the game, and we're going to be starting day one in the spring. We're going to see what the day brings. Basically, there's not going to be any structure. I haven't planned anything apart from have a little go at farming, and I'll walk you around your sort of home area essentially. So I have a game already set up, and we have controller support already in play with the PlayStation 5 controller. So let's head straight in, shall we? Move the mouse. Yeah, there we go. And here we are. This is your home. Let's go and put the fire on. Get some light in here. Now you have a fireplace, which will have many different uses. You can use it to keep warm, restore energy from the cold, and it will help increase your health if you're injured slightly. It's not as good as crafting a potion, but you'll find these fireplaces around the kingdom, especially in abandoned houses where you tackle bandits. And it's always beneficial to carry some wood with you and a flint to get it started. I have cheated. You will see that I have, you won't start with copper equipment, but as the developer I've done a little bit of cheating here, so give myself some gold coins as well. Okay, and as far as modern technology goes, in this fantasy medieval time, we have a cooking pot here which you can raise and lower from the control panel here on the side. This is going to just be in your home, not in any sort of abandoned houses. I don't think we have any. I haven't given myself any ingredients, so let's raise that back up. Okay. Well, we made the bed. Let's head outside. Before we do, though, this is your home to make it, you know, decorate it how you want. So when you start out, obviously day one in the spring season, it's going to be very bare bones, as it were. But you will be able to decorate it. You'll be able to add wood storage for the fireplace, paintings, and other furniture as well. And here we are. This is your farm. Well, it will be once you get started. The story goes that you're given the farm by the king after a number of years battling and dethroning a very evil king who has basically exploited the people and the land. So, as a reward for your heroic actions, the king has awarded you with the farmstead. And it's going to be very much about a community feel, because you'll be able to sell items here in your selling chest. And as you'd expect, overnight, you can place, during the day you can place your items in here and take them out if you wanted to, and then overnight anything that you've left in here will be sold. But at the same time, there is also a local market area, and that's where you can sell your produce locally, and NPCs will have their own favourite items, and they'll be angry, they'll be sad sometimes if you don't have items in, and it's kind of gives you that sort of community feel, as well as doing quests where you can give NPCs, you can help restore their homes and help restore their lives basically after this sort of war. This is our notice board where you'll receive quests, and you'll also receive messages from those in the world. Here we've got a message from Sam. Welcome to the kingdom, friend. I've heard you've taken on a patch of land. Good on you. To help you get started, I've tucked in a few kale seeds. They're hardy, dependable, and won't give you too much trouble so long as you keep them watered. If you find yourself short on seed, tools, or a bit of advice, the marketplace is the best place to come. I'm at my stall most days from 9 AM to 5 PM, and although there's still a chill in the air, there are plenty of crops ready to be planted this spring. Here's to your first harvest. Sincerely, Sam. Thank you, Sam. So kind. Well, I guess we better clear some of these plants, this grass. One thing you need to be cautious of in the spring and winter seasons is the temperature, and you'll see on the top right there you have the temperature gauge, 11 degrees. It's not too cold. When the temperature falls, and it can do hour by hour, the colder it is, the faster you'll lose energy, especially at this stage of the season where you started not with much. There is textile production in the game, and as you progress you can get involved in that if you want to, which means that you can craft warmer clothing for the following winter and spring. In fact, one of the key things that I'm going to try and encourage players to do is to really think about their resource management and what they're doing as they head towards the end of the seasons. Because when you get to winter, what you'll find is that there will be limited resources, and also if you want to buy items in the marketplace, it becomes more expensive, with a lot less to collect out in the wild, as it were, or locally. We have herbs in the game as well, so this is some thyme, fantastic, and you can combine them with other ingredients to make dishes. You'll have your well here, which is what you can use to fill up your water can. There's a lot of depth to the game, so if there's a lack of rain for a number of consecutive days, I believe I've set it to 4 at the moment, then the well will run dry, which means you have to walk a little bit further for your water source, unless you've been smart and you've crafted something to collect the rain, which you can do. At the moment there are about 20 crafting stations, and I will be adding more for various different things. I won't show you those today. We'll just get on with a little bit of farming, and then that'll be one for another video. So you will start off with with some tools that maybe aren't as efficient as these copper ones that you can craft. Your rusty tools are what you will start with, and it's up to you how you want to progress the game. As you see, there's no sort of helpers, kind of almost expected if you've played similar games that you kind of just get on and do what you want to do. So if you want to go and explore, first of all, there's nothing holding you back. You don't have to read notices on the notice board. You don't have to respond to date-specific tasks. It's totally up to you what you want to do and how you want to play the game. So let's plant a few of those kale seeds, shall we? And let's have a look and see. We haven't got any water in our water can. Let's see if we can plant the rest of them down here. Now you'll notice that haven't opened the crafting tab yet. Oh, wow, okay. A crow ate some of your seeds. This is one of the, I guess, dangers of farming when you get started and you haven't quite thought about your farming plan. Not that you need an actual plan, but what we will need is a scarecrow, which you can craft. You can actually, if a crow lands near where you're standing on the same sort of area, you are able to scare them off. But of course, I was too late there. I can't spread myself across all of this whole path, and now I'm getting a bit worried that all of these free seeds that I've been given are going to be eaten. So let's get some fiber. Fiber comes from the sort of thicker plants. So these ones you see here. And when it comes to the grass, the long grass, what you can actually do with that is dry it out and turn it into hay or straw. And that then becomes useful for a number of crafting tasks and also animal feed. Oh my goodness me, we are getting absolutely taken apart here. There we go. I've put him behind this tree, so let's chop this tree down. We should be safe now with regards to the crow eating our seeds. Here we go. So when you chop a tree down, you're going to have wood billets, and you're going to have a log fall as well. So we're going to go and place our log up here, and we're going to open our crafting menu and craft a chopping log. Now when you first start the game, you've got your pocket crafting, and you'll have to acquire some knowledge on how to do more than that. There we go, so we have some wood now. We can place down that log, we can place down the billet and chop that up to get some more logs or some more wood. There we go. Now I've just seen I had a chicken coop I've given myself. This is... The animals in the game are going to be fun and cheeky. So the chicken is probably the most cheeky of all. Wait till you see his little face. His little side eye. There it is. So the chicken can... You've got to be careful, and he's heading straight for my seeds. I need to give him a little bit of a warning if he does do that. Maybe I should just quickly craft a fence, actually. Just in case he's thinking about it. He's thinking about it. Oh dear. Oh no. I have turned off... he's eating it. He ate it. Did he eat it? I have turned off animal sounds. You can turn them on and turn them off if you want. I'll just show you the options menu actually while we're here. You can turn off the pop-up notifications and the building and smithing noises if you want. You can also extend the camera. There we go. Now, when you walk over your planted seeds, you will see a little bit of information about them. He's coming back, isn't he? That can be turned off by hitting the sort of center. I don't even know what you call that on the PlayStation controller, but you can turn it off like that, or on the keyboard it's the I key. So let's just finish crafting some kind of protection for our seeds. Further protection than the crow. So a fence will keep off, once you have a fence joined up, it will keep off your animals, and it will keep weeds at bay as well. So when it rains, there's a weather system And when it rains, you will find that weeds will grow around your crops, and you will need to remove those because they can damage the growth of your crops and, well, basically kill them as well. But the weeds aren't just there for sort of cosmetic effect or just, you know, one purpose. You can, for the nettles, you can actually use them in crafting and cooking, and you may find the benefits quite useful. So that's a sort of basic introduction to farming. I was going to show you the marketplace, but I think I might leave that for another video. And let's see if we can... I think I may have muted the music. Let's go back inside. Put some more wood on the fire. Now, there is a lot of depth in the game that might not initially be recognizable. We have an ecosystem in your home area, so you can't just go around chopping down, you know, well, you can go around chopping down trees and clearing as much grass as possible, but what you'll find is if you do too much, you will impact how long it takes your crops to grow, and also they may not grow at all. So you have to be conscious about what you're taking and giving back. So you can replant sort of pine cones, for example, and other tree seeds. When you clear the grass, you'll see that we have some mixed seed here. So let's give that a plant. Now the mixed seed is kind of like a surprise, I guess, which I've done on purpose. You'll know what it is after a few days, but it could be anything from that season. And obviously there are different levels of crops, and some are more expensive, so it's quite exciting to see what grows on the mixed seed. You'll get that as a random chance drop from clearing really thick grass, so the really thick grass clusters, and a lower chance on these sort of smaller grass clusters. The insects will come out if it's warm enough, so you have your butterflies and your bees. You can also find wild, I guess you'd call them, yeah, wild bees, bees nests or beehives. And if you do find a beehive within one of the trees, you've got to be careful, because obviously they will sting you when the tree gets knocked down. But you can take the bee larvae, and if you have enough of the resources that are needed, you can craft your own beehives. Now that will in turn give back to the local sort of ecosystem as a whole, and definitely benefit your farming. I'm just conscious of all the little gaps we've got here where we've lost the seeds, so I'm very disappointed with that. Let's give this a little sort. I think we might craft a little chest. Have we got enough wood? Not yet. We'll do that. We'll do crafting, as I say, in the next video. Let's go and grab some more rhubarb. Ah, I've just spotted something. This tree may have a beehive in it. Let's have a look. Yep. Oh dear. We have disturbed the bees. So let's have a look. One of the things I sort of inadvertently love about the grass that you get in the game here is that it sort of almost satisfyingly and frustratingly hides any drops that you get. So I know somewhere here there's going to be, unless I've already picked it up. Yeah, I picked it up already. Normally it gets hidden in the grass, but you've got some honeycomb And we were lucky as well. We had a drop of bee larvae. Now, as I said before, when we start to sort of learn more about crafting and building, which you can do pretty soon on in the game, that's when you can start to decide how you want to start, what you want to appear in your farm, what you want to start crafting, what your priorities are. There's no direction to do any specific thing, anything specific. It's completely down to you, and you don't even have to do farming if you don't want to, because there's some great exploring to do, some great looting to do. So it really is down to you. And as we just finished the video now, we haven't completely finished with day one, but I'll finish it so we don't get too long. We don't go on too long. The chickens have returned home. Again, the depth in the game, the chickens, the cheeky chicken, there are certain events that can happen with them. He might decide he doesn't want to go home. They might decide, the chicken and the hen, to go home early, in which case their exercise won't count for the day. And in order to produce eggs, you need a set number of days of exercise and feed, which I haven't given them. We haven't actually got any feed yet. But you'll collect your eggs from here, and as you can see, we've already got we have one exercise day counted. We're lucky we didn't have any events happen. But yes, there are certain events that can happen, and you will be alerted if you need to respond, if you need to react. It's up to you to decide whether you leave the chicken coop door open, which can have, again, various different consequences, and we'd feed them from this point here. I deliberately haven't sort of put too many helpers in, because I just want you to sort of explore and interact with the world, and by doing that, I find it's much more rewarding. So there we go. So we are sort of heading into the evening here for our first day. Maybe let's have a little explore down here. We can carry on a bit longer. Oh, here we go. Tulip, that looked nice. Some more rhubarb down here. You might be able to hear the sound of water. And we're very lucky to have, at the end of our garden, as it were, or end of our farmstead, a river running through, and some wildlife within that river as well. I think you may have seen a clue, and there is a clue on the sort of Steam page for what you can do down here. I'm walking past that clue right now, which, again, through your own exploration, your own interactions, you'll be able to discover. Just found some mint, so I picked that. And oh, some clay over here. When it comes to processing items or crafting items, for example, honey, you will need to have pots for them to go into. You can also create or craft some fermentation jars as well, and they're really useful for preserving items, because you will find that some items have expiry dates, especially fish, for example, and if you don't do something with them, and that expiry date runs out, then basically the food goes bad, as you would expect. There is a smoker in the game. You can smoke your fish, you can cure your fish as well, and yeah, I'll let you find that out. But again, it's no secret that you'll be able to discover that pretty early on, and various different ways that you can kind of produce your if you want to get into selling your products at the market stall or via the selling chest. There's various different ways you can package them. There's various different ways that you can present them, and of course certain foods, for example smoked salmon, would appeal to the more noble NPC townfolk if you're selling that at your market store. But I think we'll leave it here. We do have a lighting system in the game, so when you start out in the morning in the springtime, last thing I'll say is that it responds to the seasons. So springtime, it's still a little bit dark when you wake up. It's because I'm from the UK and Europe. It sort of resembles that sort of day and night cycle. That it's a little bit darker in the mornings in spring, and during the summer, it's obviously lighter a lot earlier and darker a lot later. So we're going to start getting dark now. As you can see, our fire's still going, which is great. Have a little wander up here. I've seen some rosemary. There we go. Let's grab some of that. Let's head back inside. One of the final things we'll do before we end the video here, see what we can craft. Rhubarb stew. Oh, we need a bowl. Well, of course we need a bowl. Wood carving is a part of crafting. It's probably one of the early things that you will do. Failing that, I've left it far too late to visit the market to get a wooden bowl. So why don't we make that our day 2 adventure? I'll have one little check outside. Maybe see if we can finish off the fence. I don't know if we have enough wood. Okay, so we can craft a torch as well if it gets too dark, especially when we want to visit the mines and caves. You will need to bring, well, you don't have to, but bringing torches with you will allow you to see a lot better. So let's see if we can, I don't know if we've got enough wood. No, we do. Run out of wood. Have I got any in the inventory? Maybe we'll get a bit more. There was a log down there actually. I should have. Oh, we are exhausted. Well, I mean, there we are. So I don't think I'm going to be able to. When you're exhausted, your pace will drop. And it's especially important to watch your energy while, if you are going to go and take on any bandits, because I can't sprint now, and I'm limited to what I can do. So I think we will call it a night, as it is starting to get dark. There are various systems with the player that allow you to sort of, or that can challenge you. So we have the energy system. We also have cleanliness as well. So you do need to take a bath every few days. Otherwise, your reputation is going to drop if you start talking to people, and you won't be served at a market store. They wouldn't want you to. They won't want you to be around. So by entering the water, there are various water spots, including hot spring, which you'll see from our trailer. That will remove that sort of smelliness, I guess. What else have we got? So we also have a limit to what you can carry. If you can't sort of go around just collecting as many resources as you like, especially wood and stone and ores. It will weigh you down, and when that happens, you will walk a lot more slowly. And if you carry far too much, then you'll hardly be able to walk at all until you drop some items. But there we are. Look, we're heading now into late evening. We've covered day 1 on the farm. I could have gone to the marketplace. I chose to stay around the farm. That's fine. Again, we go back to the what I was saying before. It's totally up to you what you want to do. You'll receive notices on the notice board for quests and for communication with NPCs. And when you explore and you speak to those NPCs, they might follow up with you, and you'll receive new notices. So it's up to you what you want to do. It's up to you how you want to play the game. Could be exploration based, looting. It could be crafting. You could get stuck in with crafting and just leave the farming very basic. There are I'm going to have about 20 plus crops across the season, and just keep adding. I'll just keep adding them. So even on after release, if the community want different types of crops, more crops, then we can just keep adding things. It's not going to be a problem. I want people to have the type of crops that they're expecting in the game, and the type of crafting stations as well. So yeah, I'll be very much open to feedback. As you can see, beautiful fireflies there. It's getting pretty late. We better head back before we pass out from exhaustion. And then as we head to bed, well, I'll end the video there. And so what I'll do is I'll save this playthrough, and we'll come back in the next video for day 2 of spring. And so thanks very much for watching, and yeah, can't wait to hear your feedback.